Hello everyone. Today in this video you will learn how to solve the question with the help of properties of proportion. But before that, let me introduce with those properties which we will use today in this video. If four quantities A, B, C and D are in proportion, then we can say that A ratio B is equal to C ratio D. So this is the proportion. If four quantities A, B, C and D are in proportion, then how we will write? We will write the ratio of first and second will be same as the ratio of third to fourth. Now what are those property which we will use today in this video? First property is invertendo. In invertendo, what you have to do? What is this? This is A upon B is equal to C upon D. So in invertendo, what you have to do? We will take the reciprocal of these two ratios. A ratio B is given. What we will write here? B upon A is equal to D upon C. So this is the first property. First property is invertendo. In invertendo, what we have to do? We have to invert. Invert means we have to take reciprocal. Now second property, alternando. In alternando, what you have to do? You have to interchange these two terms. You have to interchange B and C. Instead of B we will take C, and instead of C we will take B. So for ratio will be A upon C is equal to B upon D. So this is the alternando, second property. Now third property is componendo. In componendo, what you have to do? You have to take the sum of these two terms in the numerator. Here also sum of these two terms in the numerator. That means A plus B upon B is equal to C plus D upon B. So this is the componendo, third property. Now fourth one is dividendo. In dividendo, we have to take the difference in the numerator. As we have taken here sum, now we have to take the difference in the numerator. So A minus B upon B is equal to C minus D upon D. So this is the property number fourth. Now fifth property is componendo and dividendo. Both properties we will use here in the last one. When we will use both componendo and dividendo, what you have to do? You have to take sum in the numerator and difference in the denominator. So what we will do? Sum of these two terms in the numerator, A plus B, upon difference of these two terms in the denominator, A minus B. C plus D upon C minus D. So these are the five properties which we will use here in this video today. So now we will solve some question with the help of those five properties. Now see this question, first question. If A ratio B is equal to C ratio D, it is given that A ratio B is equal to C ratio D, or we can write A upon B is equal to C upon D. It is given. We have to prove that 6A plus 7B into 3C minus 4D is equal to 6C plus 7D into 3A minus 4B. Here we will observe that with the term A and B, 6 and 7 are coming. With the term A, 6 is in multiply. With the B term, 7 is in multiply. So where is A? A is in the numerator, B is in the denominator. So what we have to do? This A we have to multiply with 6 and this B we have to multiply with 7. That means 6 upon 7. So what we will do? We will multiply both sides by 6 upon 7. That means A upon B into 6 upon 7, C upon D into 6 upon 7. When we will multiply these, 6A upon 7B is equal to 6C upon 7D. This much we got. Now here with A 6 was there, with B 7 was there. Here also with A 6 is coming, 7 with the B 7 is coming. Now what we need? We need 6A plus 7. We need 6A plus 7B. But if we will observe this full statement, we will not get 6A minus 7. We are getting only positive 1. 6a plus 7b we are getting, but 6a minus 7b is not coming. So what we will do? We will use here componendo property. What we will use? We will use componendo property. By using componendo, in this property what we have to do? We have to add both the terms in the numerator. So what we will do? 6a and 7b we have to add in the numerator. So this will become 6a plus 7b upon 7b will remain as it is. Here it will become 6c plus 7d upon 7d will remain as it is. Now if we will observe this statement, we can check it. 6a plus 7b is coming. Here also 6a plus 7b is coming. 6c plus 7d. Here also we are getting 6c plus 7d. So we are approaching to little bit to this statement. These two terms we got. Now what you have to do? This 7b you have to bring here this side, and 6c plus 7d we have to bring downside. So this will become 6a plus 7b upon 6c plus 7d is equal to 7b upon 7d. 7 and 7 will get cancelled, so we will get 6a plus 7b upon 6c plus 7d is equal to b upon d. This is equation number 1. So what we had done? We had seen that with a 6 was there and with b 7 was there. So we had multiplied this a with 6 and b with 7. That means 6 upon 7. We had multiplied both sides with 6 upon 7. In the same way, if we will observe here, with a 3 is coming, with b 4 is coming. As with a 6 was there and b 7 was there. Here with a 3 was written, 3 is written here, and with b 4 is written here. So what we have to do? With a we have to multiply 3. This b we have to multiply with 4. So here we have to multiply this a with 3 in order to get 3a, and this b we have to multiply with 4 in order to get 4b. So 3 and here 4, that means 3 upon 4. So what we will do? We will use again this one, a upon b is equal to c upon d, multiply both sides by 3 upon 4. That means a upon b multiply 3 upon 4. C upon d also multiplied with 3 upon 4. So we will get 3a upon 4b and 3c upon 4d. So 3a term and 4b term we are getting. Now what you have to do? We need 3a minus 4b. What we need? 3a minus 4b. But here we are not getting 3a minus 4b. Minus is coming. That means we have to use here by using dividendo. As we had used here componendo, in componendo we had taken sum. Now we will use dividendo. In dividendo what we have to do? We have to take difference only. So when we will take difference, 3a minus 4b upon 4b will remain as it is. 3c minus 4d upon 4d. We had used dividendo only. We will not use componendo and dividendo. Both we will not use, because if we will use both, then what you have to do? You have to take here 3a plus 4b, and in denominator you have to take 3a minus 4b. But 3a plus 4b, if you will observe here, we will not see any 3a plus 4b term. So in order to get this 3a minus 4b, we have to use dividendo only. Now next step, this you have to bring down and this term you have to bring upside. So 3a minus 4b upon this will come down, 3c minus 4d is equal to, this will go there, 4b upon 4d. 4 and 4 will get cancelled. So 3a minus 4b upon 3c minus 4d is equal to b upon d. This is equation number 2. So in equation 1 we got that answer of this is equal to b upon d. In equation of second also we are getting that answer of this is b upon d. So answer of both these equations are same. So from equation 1 and 2 we get that, from equation 1 and 2 we get 6a plus 7b upon 6c plus 7d. Answer is equal to 3a minus 4b upon 3c minus 4d. Answer of this and answer of this are equal to each other. Now you can check it. What you have to prove? You have to prove that 6a plus 7b multiply 3c minus 4d. 6a plus 7b is here, 3c minus 4d is here. So this term is in divide. When we will bring here, this will come in multiply. So 6a plus 7b into 3c minus 4d. In the same way, we will bring this term here. It is in divide 6c plus 7b. When we will bring this divide term here, it will come in multiply. That means 6c plus 7d multiplied with 3a minus 4. Now you can check it. 6a plus 7b into 3c minus 4d. 6a plus 7b into 3c minus 4d is equal to 6c plus 7d into 3a minus 4b. Hence proved. At last we have to write hence proved. So like this you have to do such questions. Now see another question. Question is, if 5x plus 6y upon 5u plus 6v is equal to 5x minus 6y upon 5u minus 6v, then we have to prove that x upon y is equal to u upon v. So we will use this statement. What is given here? 5x plus 6y upon 5u plus 6v is equal to 5x minus 6y upon 5u minus 6v. This statement we will use here. Here in the numerator xy terms are coming, and here in the denominator uv terms are coming. So what we have to do? We have to bring this term here and this term here. So which property we have to use here? We have to use alternando property. But we will use alternando property by using alternando. This term we will bring downside, 5x plus 6y. This term will come in denominator, 5x minus 6y is equal to, this term will come in the numerator, 5u plus 6v upon 5u minus 6v. Now we can check it. Xy terms are here in the numerator also and in denominator also. Uv terms in the numerator also and in the denominator also. Now we have to prove that x upon y is equal to u upon v. We need x upon y. In order to get x in the numerator, we have to cancel this 6y term. We have to bring x upon y. What we have to prove? We have to prove that x upon y is equal to u upon v. So in order to bring x term in the numerator, this y term we have to cancel. So what we will do? We will add this 6y. This is minus 6y. So we will add it in the numerator. And one more thing, in the denominator we have to bring y. In order to bring y term, this 5x should be cancelled. In order to cancel this 5x we have to subtract. That means in the denominator we have to subtract it, and in the numerator we have to add it. So what we will use? We will use here using componendo and dividendo. We will use both componendo and dividendo. We will get, by using componendo and dividendo, numerator plus denominator upon numerator minus denominator. With this minus, we have to change the sign of these two denominators. So you have to write in bracket. In the same way we will use here on the right side also. Numerator 5u plus 6v plus denominator is 5u minus 6v upon, in the denominator we have to subtract these two, 5u plus 6v minus, with this minus sign we have to change the sign of these two number denominators. So we have to write in bracket 5u minus. Now we will open the bracket. Here if we will observe, this plus 6y and minus 6y will get cancelled. 5x plus 5x will become 10x upon 5x plus 6y minus plus minus 5x minus minus plus 6y is equal to minus 6v and plus 6v will get cancelled, plus 5u will become 10u upon 5u plus 6v minus plus minus 5u minus minus plus 6v. Minus 5u plus 5u will get cancelled, minus 5x plus 5x will get cancelled. So in the next step we will get 10x upon 6y plus 6y will become 12y is equal to 10u upon 6v plus 6v will become 12v. In the numerator on both the sides 10 are coming, we can cancel these two 10. In the denominator both the sides, on the left side also and in the right side also 12s are coming, so we can cancel these 12s also. So x upon y is equal to u upon v. So we write x upon y is equal to u upon v, hence proved. So this is the only thing which we have to prove here in the question. So like this you have to do such questions. Now see another question. Question is, if x is equal to 6ab upon a plus b, then we have to find the value of this. So here we have to find the value of x plus 3a upon x minus 3a plus x plus 3b upon x minus 3b. Here if we will observe that this term, in order to make this term, we need x upon 3a. In order to make such a statement, we have to take the x upon 3a, then we have to use componendo and dividendo. When we will use componendo and dividendo, this will become x plus 3a upon x minus 3a. So in order to get this, we need x upon 3a. So what you have to do here is, first of all, we will take the help of this which is given in the question. Question is x is equal to 6ab upon a plus b. Here we have to divide both sides. Divide both sides by 3a. Divide by 3a on both sides. So here we have to write x upon 3a is equal to 6ab upon 3a. But this a plus b is already there, that also we have to take. So on the left side also in divide we have taken 3a. On the right side also in upon we have taken here 3a. Now what we will do? These two will get cancelled. 3 to the 6. A and a also will get cancelled. So x upon 3a is equal to 2b upon a plus b. This much we got. Now if we will use here on the left side componendo and dividendo, we will get this term. So what we will do? We will use using componendo and dividendo. So this will become x plus 3a upon x minus 3a. These two terms we have to add in the numerator, and these two terms we have to add in the, and subtract in the denominator. In the same way we will do here. In numerator we have to add, upon in denominator we have to subtract 2b minus this minus this term. Two terms are coming, so we have to take in bracket in order to change the sign. Now x plus 3a upon x minus 3a will remain as it is equal to 2b plus b 3b plus a upon 2b minus plus minus a minus plus minus b. So on solving it, 3b plus a upon 2b minus b will be b minus a. This is the answer of x plus 3a upon x minus 3a. So this much answer we have find. Now we will find this part. In the same way as we had done here, we had divided with 3a on both sides. Now we will divide with 3b. In order to get x plus 3b, we have to divide with 3b. What we will do? Statement is x is equal to 6ab upon a plus b. Divide by 3b on both sides. That means x upon 3b, 6ab upon a plus b. This number also we have to divide with 3b. On the left side also in divide we have to take 3b. On the right side also 3b we will take. 3 to the 6, b and b will get cancelled. X upon 3b is equal to a 2a upon a plus b. Now we need x plus 3b, but here x plus 3b we are not getting, we are getting x upon 3b. So what we have to do? We have to use componendo, but in upon x minus 3b is coming. So in order to get x minus 3b in the denominator, we have to use dividendo also. That means we will use using componendo and dividendo. When we will use componendo and dividendo, we will get here x plus 3b upon x minus 3b. On the right side 2a plus a plus b upon this minus this. That means 2a minus a plus b we have to take in bracket in order to change the sign. X plus 3b upon x minus 3b. 2a plus a will be 3a plus b. Here we will open the bracket, 2a minus b. So final answer on solving we will get 2a minus a minus b. This is answer of x plus 3b upon x minus 3b. So answer of this and this we had find. Now what we will do? We will use this statement and we will put the values of these two terms. So what will be the next step? Next step is we will note down that what we have to find. We have to find the value of this. So full term we will write x plus 3a upon x minus 3a plus x plus 3b upon x minus 3b. Answer of this 3b plus a upon b minus a plus answer of this we had find here 3a plus b upon a minus b. Here in the denominator if we will observe both the terms are same, only difference is of sign. Here it is b minus a and here it is a minus b. Terms are same but sign are different. So in such case what you have to do, we will take minus common from these two terms. What we will do, 3b plus a upon b minus a, this full we have to write as it is, plus 3a plus b we have to write as it is. From these two terms we will take minus common. When we will take minus common, this will become minus a and this will become plus b. Now this minus and this plus, minus plus minus, so we can write here 3b plus a upon b minus a plus minus 3a plus b upon minus a plus b we can write, or we can write b minus a. Now we can observe that both the denominators are exactly same, sign also and terms also. So directly also you can write without doing this step. What you have to do, as we had what we had done, minus plus minus we had written. So what we will do, no need to show this step. We will simply show this term will be remain same, 3b plus a upon b minus a. In the denominator we will change the sign of both the terms, and here positive also we will change. So this plus will become minus. Because of this sign we had changed, we will change the sign of denominator also. Plus a minus b was there, a minus b, instead of a minus b we will take b minus a, 3a plus b. So like this also you can do. Directly we will change the sign of this positive into negative. Because of this sign we are changing, we have to change the sign of these denominator numbers also. So a minus b was written, but instead of a minus b I have taken here b minus a, because here I have changed the sign. Now we will find the LCM. B minus a LCM will be b minus a. Now when we will solve it, b minus a 1 times b minus a, that 1 into 3b plus a. Minus sign will remain as it is. In b minus a table, b minus a will come 1 time. That 1 multiplied with 3a plus b, answer will be 3a plus b. But here minus sign is coming, so we have to take this 3a plus b inside the bracket. Now 3b plus a minus plus minus 3a minus plus minus b upon b minus a. Now 3b minus b will become 2b plus a minus a will become minus 2a upon b minus a. 2 we will take common, so remainder will be b minus a, and in the denominator it is b minus a. B minus a will get cancelled, so final answer is 2. So like this you have to do second part also of this question. Now see question number 7. Question number 7 is, if a plus b plus c plus d multiplied, here no sign is there, that means multiplied, a minus b minus c plus d is equal to a plus b minus c minus d into a minus b plus c minus d. Here also no sign is there, so we will take multiply. So this is given in the question and we have to prove a upon b is equal to c upon d. This we have to prove. So we will use this statement which is given in the question. So I had written here this multiply this is equal to this multiply this. It is given in the question. Now what you have to do, this multiply term we will bring on right side. When we will bring this multiply term on right side, this will go in divide. So from there also we will bring one term here. We will bring this term. This term is in multiply here, so on left side this will come in divide. So this one, a plus b plus c plus d, this we will remove. Instead of this we will take a plus b minus c minus d. It is in multiply. On left side this we have to write in divide. A plus b minus c minus d is equal to, this one we have removed. Now we will write this one, a minus b plus c minus d upon, this is in multiply, this one we have to remove, and this we will bring in divide. So a minus b minus c plus d. Now what is the next step? We have to use componendo and dividendo. Using componendo and dividendo. Why we are using this? Because when we will use componendo and dividendo, most of the terms will get cancelled. So we will use componendo and dividendo. So in numerator we have to add a plus b plus c plus d plus denominator also a plus b minus c minus d upon. In the denominator we have to find the difference, a plus b plus c plus d minus rest of the terms which are in the denominator we have to take in bracket, a plus b minus c minus d. Because of this difference we have to take the denominator numbers in the bracket. In the same way we will do on right side, a minus b plus c minus d plus denominator a minus b minus c plus d upon denominator we will find difference. So a minus b plus c minus d minus denominator we have to write in bracket a minus b minus c plus d. Now minus c and plus c will get cancelled, plus d and minus d will get cancelled, a plus a will become 2a, b plus b will become plus 2b upon a plus b plus c plus d minus plus minus a minus plus minus b minus minus plus c and plus d. Sign we will change. Here plus c and minus c will get cancelled, minus d and plus d will get cancelled. So a plus a will be 2a, minus b will be minus 2b upon, here we will open the bracket. So a minus b plus c minus d minus plus minus a minus minus plus b plus c minus d. Now plus a minus a will get cancelled, minus b plus b will get cancelled. Here plus a minus b plus b. Now on solving it, 2 common we will take. Now remaining is a plus b upon c plus c will be 2c plus d will be 2d is equal to 2 common a minus b upon c plus c will be 2c minus d will be minus 2d. Now in next step, 2a plus b, in the denominator also we will take 2 common. When we will take 2 common, this will become c plus d. Here 2 a minus b upon, from these two terms we will take 2 common, c minus d, 2 will get cancelled. Now here it is a plus b, but in the denominator c plus d is coming. So what we will do, this a minus b we will bring here. Why? Because here a and b terms are there also a and b terms are there. So instead of a minus b we will take this c plus d, and this a minus b we will bring here. So when we will interchange these two, so which property we have to use? We have to use alternando property. So we will write here by alternando. What we will do? We will use by using alternando. We will get a plus b upon this c plus d will go there, a minus b will come here, is equal to c plus d will go there, c plus d upon c minus d. So by using alternator we get this statement. Now what we have to prove? We have to prove that a upon b is equal to c upon d. So in order to get a, this b we have to cancel. That means this minus b we have to bring here in the numerator. That means we have to use componendo. But in denominator, what we have to prove? We have to prove a upon b. That means in denominator we need b. So this a we have to cancel. That means dividendo also we will use. So what we will use? We will use by using componendo and dividendo. Again we will use componendo and dividendo. In numerator we have to add a plus b plus a minus b. In the denominator we have to subtract these two. A plus b minus, subtract means minus. This term we have to take in bracket. Same way we will do here, c plus d plus c minus d upon this term minus denominator we have to take in bracket. Now we will open the brackets. A plus a will be 2a upon this plus b and minus b will get cancelled upon a plus b minus plus minus a minus minus plus b is equal to minus d and plus d will get cancelled. C plus c will be 2c upon c plus d minus plus minus c minus minus plus d. So minus c and plus c will get cancelled. Plus a and minus a will get cancelled. So we will get 2a upon b plus b will be 2b. 2c upon d plus d will be 2d. 2 and 2 will get cancelled. So we will get a upon b is equal to c upon d, hence proved. So like this you have to do this question. Now see question number 9. In question it is given a square plus b square into x square plus y square is equal to ax plus by whole square. It is given in the question and we have to prove a upon x is equal to b upon y. So in this question what you have to do, here all the terms are different. If you will observe this bracket and this bracket all are different. So what you have to do, first of all we will multiply these two brackets. A square multiplied with full bracket x square plus y square, then plus b square multiplied with x square plus y square, and here whole square is given, so we will use the formula first term square plus second term square plus 2 into first into second. Now what we have to do, we will multiply it. We will open this bracket, a square x square plus a square y square plus b square x square plus b square y square is equal to, when we will open this square, this will become a square x square plus b square y square plus 2ax by. A square x square on the right side and a square x square on the left side, these both will get cancelled. In the same way, plus b square y square will also get cancelled. So remaining terms are a square y square plus b square x square is equal to 2ax by. A square y square plus b square x square is equal to 2ax by. Now we will bring this term on left side. So this will become a square y square plus b square x square minus 2ax by is equal to 0. Or instead of putting this separate square, we can take whole square also. Now we will observe that first square plus second square minus 2 into first into second. This is one formula. A square plus b square minus 2ab. What is the formula? Formula is a minus b whole square. So a minus b whole square is equal to 0. When we will remove this square, Here it will be ay minus bx. When we remove this square on the right side, we have to take square root, and square root of 0 is 0. So we will write here ay minus bx is equal to 0. Minus bx we will bring on right side. So this will become ay is equal to bx. Now these two terms are in ay means a multiply y. Bx means b multiply x. A will remain here upon this x is in multiply, we will bring in divide. This y also we will bring in divide. So this will become b upon y. This is the only thing which we have to prove. We have to prove that a upon x is equal to b upon y. So we got b a upon x is equal to b upon y, hence proved. Like this you have to do question number 9. Now we will solve this question number 10. Question is, if A, B and C are in continued proportion. What is given? A, B and C are in continued proportion. So for continued proportion, what we have to do? A upon B is equal to B upon C. So therefore we will take A upon B is equal to B upon C. Now what we will do? We will assume, let say this A upon B is equal to B upon C is equal to K. Let's say the answer of these two terms are equal to K. Now we will take this B upon C is equal to K. That means B answer is equal to CK. In the same way, A upon B is equal to K we will take. A upon B is equal to K. That means A is equal to B into K. This B is in divide. When you will bring this B here on the right side, this will be in multiply. Now B answer is CK. So instead of B, we will take CK into this K. That means CK square is the answer of A. So here we got the answer of B and A in terms of C and K. Answer of B is coming in CK terms. Answer of A is also coming in CK terms. Now we have to prove that this side is equal to this side. Left side we will solve first. First of all we will take left hand side. Left hand side is A square plus B square plus C square upon A plus B plus C whole square. Now we will put these two values here. A is CK square, but this is not A, this is A square, so we have to put whole square, plus B square. B is CK whole square, plus C square. C value we are not find. C we will write like that only. We will write C square. A is CK square, plus B is CK plus C whole square. Now what will be the next step? Next step is we will open these squares. C square K4 plus C square K square plus C square upon, from these three terms we can take common. C is common in all the three terms. So we will bring this C outside, and when we will bring this C common, when we will take this C common, whole square is also there. That's why we will take C square outside the bracket. So remaining term will be K square plus K plus 1 whole square. In the numerator also we will take common. C square common. K4 plus K2 plus 1 upon K square, C square bracket, K square plus K plus 1. Now these two will get cancelled. So what are the remaining terms here? K4 plus K2 plus 1 upon K square plus K plus 1 whole square. Here we will observe that numerator and denominator are different. Here it is K power 4, here it is K power 2. Now what you have to do? Here in the denominator whole square is there. So in the numerator also we will make whole square. In order to make it whole square, what we need? K4 we will write like this. K square ka whole square. 1 we will write 1 whole square. So this is a square plus b square. Then now what we need? We need either plus 2ab and we need either minus 2ab. In order to make it formula identity, a square plus b square plus 2ab, or we can make minus 2ab. So we will observe that only one term is remaining. The remaining term is plus k square. What is it? Plus k square. So this remaining term we will write as it is. But if we will observe, with the help of these three terms, we will not be able to make any formula. In order to make the formula, a square plus b square plus 2 is needed. What is needed here? 2k square should be there. In order to bring this 2k square, what do we have to do? We have to add 1k square ourselves. In order to make a square plus b square plus 2ab, we need here 2. In order to bring 2k square, we need one more k square. So extra number we are taking ourselves, plus k square we are taking. So in minus also you have to take. This is the rule. If we are adding any extra number ourselves, then we have to subtract that number also. That means plus k square and minus k square. Meaning will remain same because one number we had added and same number we had subtracted also. So now we will add these two. Denominator we will write as it is. Denominator is k square plus k plus 1 whole square. So in order to make here formula, we have to add plus k square, and the rule is that if any extra number we are adding, we have to subtract it also. So plus k square and minus k square also we will take. Now these two we will add. When we will add these two, this will become k square whole square plus 1 whole square plus k square will become 2k square minus k square upon k square plus k plus 1 whole square. Now these three terms we will take together in a single bracket because these three are making one identity. These three terms are making one formula. Formula is a square plus b square plus 2 into a into b. 2 into a into b will be 2k square. So next step, what we have to do? Instead of these three terms, we will write the formula of a plus b whole square. A plus b whole square. So a square, this one term, plus b square, here it is a plus 2ab. 2 into k square into 1 will be 2k square. So with the help of these three terms, we had written this formula. Now minus k square upon denominator will be as it is, k square plus k plus 1 whole square. Now what we will do? Here again we will use one identity. Identity is a square minus b square. On this full term, whole square is there, and on k also whole square is there. So a square minus b square we will use a plus b. That means k square plus 1 plus b. Okay. And in another bracket we will take a minus b. K square plus 1 minus k upon this term, k square plus k plus 1 whole square. If you will observe it carefully, these two terms are same, but here outside this bracket whole square is there. So what we will do, this full term, and here two terms are coming, so we will cancel one term. So answer is k square plus 1 minus k upon k square plus k plus 1. So this we had solved left hand side. So like this we have to solve left hand side. Now we will solve right hand side. Now we will solve right hand side. Right hand side is a minus b plus c upon a plus b plus c. Here also we will do same thing. values we will put. A value we had find. A values A upon B is equal to B upon C is equal to K. So B answer we had find CK and A answer we had find BK. That means CK into K, CK square. Like this we had find. Now we will use these two values A and B here. So instead of A we will take CK square minus B CK plus C upon A. A is CK square plus B. B is CK plus C. Now what we will do? We will take common. C we will take common. That means CK square minus K plus 1 upon, again we will take C common. K square plus K plus 1. C and C will get cancelled. So right hand side answer is K square minus K plus 1 upon K square plus K plus 1. This is equation 2 and this is equation 1. So from equation 1 and 2 we get that left hand side is equal to right hand side answer, hence proved. So left hand side answer is K square plus K minus K upon K square plus K plus 1. Right hand side also is coming same. So like this you have to do this question number 10. Now see question number 13. Here we have to find the value of x. We have to solve for x and it is given. First of all we will use using componendo and dividendo. Both we will use. So in the numerator we have to add x power 4 plus 1 plus 2x square. And in the denominator this minus this. That means x4 plus 1 minus 2x square. Here also 17 plus 8 and in the denominator 17 minus 8. Now here if you will observe, this is one formula. Formula is like this. x4 means x square whole square. 1 means 1 whole square. 2 into first term into second term. When we multiply it we will get this 2x square. Here also x square whole square plus 1 whole square minus 2 into first term into second term. When we will multiply this we will get minus 2x square. 17 plus 8 will be 25. 17 minus 8 will be 9. Now this is the formula of a square plus b square plus 2ab. That means a plus b whole square. And here a square plus b square minus 2ab, a minus b whole square. 25 means 5 square we can write. Instead of 25 what we will write? 5 square. Instead of 9 we will write 3 square. Now in the numerator also square is there and in denominator also square is there. Then what we will do? Both the square we will write outside a single bracket. That means x square plus 1 upon x square minus 1 whole square. Here also on both the terms squares are coming. So we will write 5 upon 3 whole square. Now on comparing, we will compare on both sides. Here also in the power 2 is there, here also in the power 2 is there. On comparing, these two powers will get removed, these two powers will get cancelled. So answer is x square plus 1 upon x square minus 1 is equal to 5 upon 3. Now we will cross multiply. This 3 will come here, 3 into x square plus 1. X square minus 1 will come here, 5 into x square minus 1. 3 into x square, 3x square. Plus 3 1 is 3. 5 into x square, 5x square. 5 into 1, 5. Now all the terms we will bring on left side, or we can do one thing, x terms we will take on right side and without x we will take on left side. So this 3 minus 5 will come here, this will become plus 5 is equal to 5x square plus 3x square will come here, so this will become minus 3x square. 5 plus 3 8. 5x square minus 3x square will be 2x square. So 8 upon 2 is equal to x square. So we will cancel it. 4 is equal to x square. On removing this square we will take square root. That means x answer is 2. So like this you have to do this question number 30.